Hi, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Coffee with Eddie. This is episode 95. In the past episodes, we spoke about things to do to prepare for the tax filing season, the Secure Act, the new W-4 form. This week, we're going to speak to Tom about who Padgett Business Services is. So over the course of this month, we've had a lot of conversations. We spoke about the 2020 tax filing, what we need to do to prepare. We talked about the new W-4. We talked about the Secure Act. We haven't talked about you. So who is Padgett Business Services and how did you get started?
So I'll start with who Padgett Business Services is. We're a franchise accounting, payroll, and tax firm.
Okay.
Our home office is in Athens, Georgia, and it was founded by a gentleman named Walter Padgett 53 years ago. And he basically founded the company on the premise that small businesses were neglected by or unable to afford the fees of some of the larger CPA firms. So he said, let's go find a market and we can service that market providing these services and do it well. And he built a franchise on that. So 11 years back, Amy and I, my wife, were looking at what we were going to do when we grow up, so to speak. And Amy had previously worked for the prior owner of our franchise when she was in college. So she said to me, why don't we consider looking at Padgett? Mm-hmm. At that time, I didn't know anything about Padgett, so I did some research, met with the franchisor, and felt that this was actually right up my alley, right? Providing accounting services, business advice to small businesses was going to be something that I could do very, very well at. So we met with the prior owner and decided where he was at in his retirement plans, felt that there was a good match for us to move forward, and we took over his business in September of 2008.
Got it.
We've been growing the business ourselves. I'm a CPA, my wife's an EA, enrolled agent. We have two other enrolled agents on the team now. We've got an amazing staff who care about our clients as much as we do and as much as they do their own work. We have a handful of other employees as well on the team that really put the customer first and provide that, every advice we give is with that in mind.
So about probably 4 years ago now is when I was first introduced to you through the Maumee Chamber of Commerce. And I had personally been going through some struggles with the tax preparer I was using. And I know when I came to you, we found some things that could have been improved upon. And it made a huge impact on me. And not only that, but I really felt a connection to you that you really did care about what was happening to me and my business and how I can make it grow. I think people would really appreciate that opportunity to be able to work with you because of that.
Well, thanks. And one of the things that in my whole career I've always looked for is to bring more value to my clients than I cost them, right? And when you can work with a small business owner and help them save $4,000 or $8,000 on their taxes, that's real money. That's really significant, right? Or maybe it's $4,000 on their credit card processing fees. Or, we even helped one client help save about $13,000, believe it or not, on their phone bill. It was just those types of things where as accountants, we can read financial statements and we can see, because we work with so many different businesses, something's not right on this expense. Let's talk about it. Let's see, what are you doing with that line item? Or, is something else buried in there? Kind of peel that onion. And then, when you can help somebody save that kind of money, it's totally impactful to them and it's what charges me. That's my favorite part of the job, right? Is finding tax strategies that help clients save money. And that's what I'm passionate about. And that's what we work on.
So most of what we spoke about has been in regards to tax preparation. What about payroll services?
So payroll, we provide full payroll services for any small business that has employees. We try to bring a bit of a personal touch to it as well in that over servicing. One of the things that we do is when you hire an employee, we're actually going to take your employee's address, look it up on the state tax finder, and make sure that we're withholding all the taxes that as an employer you're actually obligated to do. Most other payroll processing firms, you just say I hired this employee and I'm operating my business here in Maumee, they're just going to do that. And if the person lives in a school district that has a school district tax, as an employer, you're obligated to withhold that. But if you don't tell a payroll processing company that, they're not going to do it, right? So just that's a small example of part of the additional services that we offer as part of our payroll, is just making sure that our employers are compliant. And then further, because we do income tax preparation, when we're preparing a tax return for somebody who lives in a community that has a school district tax, if it wasn't withheld, then they have to write a check and they're upset about it, right? So this also helps us take the learnings that we have on the individual tax side and apply it to making sure that we're helping not only our employers, but their clients as well.
So your emphasis is on small business. If someone wanted to have individual tax preparation, can they come to you as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a very significant part of our business. So starting pretty much in a week when tax season opens, we're going to be quite busy doing individual taxes.
So I imagine this time of year you just set up a cot in your office and you're just here 24/7, right?
A little bit like that.
Well, thanks for speaking with us this past month, Tom. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for tuning in to Coffee with Eddie this month. It's been a pleasure having you join us. If you would like to learn more about Padgett Business Services or about real estate, please give me a call, or you can contact me at my email address or on social media. You'll see that information on the screen below.